Well, hello, welcome again to our reading of Homer's Odyssey, Book 2, and I got up to line 281. So, to nun menesteron men ia bulen te noon te, aphradion epe uti noemones udi dikaioi. Udi te issa si thanaton kai kera melainan. Hostes vis gedon esti, ep ema ti pantas olestai. Soi de hodosu ketideron apesatai hein su menoinas. Toios ga toi hetyros ego petro eos emi. Hos toi nea thoen stelio kai ham hepsamai autos. I'll just pause it there. Now the to by itself here, it's something like therefore or then. It's quite a common little particle in Greek, so therefore, now. Ia is an imperative from iao. It's to let be, ignore, let pass, something like that. So let pass, let be, the boulane, the counsel and mind of the suitors who are aphradion, who are thoughtless. Alpha probative plus that frad root. So come now, don't pay any attention to the counsel and mind of these unintelligent suitors, these thoughtless suitors, since understand they are not in any way noemones, thoughtful or clever, nor are they dikaioi, just. Udeti nor isasi from oida, nor do they know tit in any way, so nor do they understand in any way death and black fate. Kera can also mean death, the black fate that awaits them, perhaps. Hos, which is near, svi to them, svi for spin for spisi, nor which in fact is near to them. And then we get this little epexegetic bit here, on the day when all to perish. Well, it's almost like a future here, when all will perish. So it's almost the day in which all will perish, but it's on the day when all will perish. Soi de hodos uketi, but the journey for you no longer will be absent de ron for a long time. This is from Ap Amy. The voyage, the hodos, and it's feminine, so it's hein, which you desire, from menoinao. For I am such a paternal comrade for you, I who stelio. Now this is a future from stel-o, and we get a shortening of the two lambdas, and it's stel-lesso, and the sigma drops out, and we don't get contraction here. So I who will arrange a swift ship toy for you, and I myself, hepsamai, from hepamai, I will follow Hama at the same time. Allah, just to read this next bit here, Allah sumen prosdomation, menester sin homile, hoplisson te ia kai ankesinason hapanta, oinon en amphiforusi kai alphita muelon andron, dermasin en pukin noisin, ego danademon hetyrus ups ethelonteras solexamai, acide nes poloi en amphialo ithake niai edi palaioi. Taon men toi egon epi opsamai hetis ariste. Oka def hoplisantes en a somen urei ponto. So he says, I will arrange a swift ship, and I myself will follow along with you. But you, and we get a men here, and there's the de down here, I think, so su men and ego de. But you, now this is an imperative. You can see from the accent, the verb is homeleo. It's an epsilon contract verb. So this is the imperfect. You don't get augment. And the contracts, so you've got two shorts, so the accent goes here. That tells you it is tells you it's an imperative. You get So, but you having gone to the halls, keep company with the suitors, from homelio. And hoplison, another from hoplizdo, aorist imperative. So you prepare the aia, this is neuter plural here, the provisions. Kai, now arson is another aorist imperative. It's from ararisco, which is a little bit tricky there. There's the root ara here from ararisco, to fit together. So we simply say to put together all things in the angesin is dative plural from angos, third declension, neuter noun, meaning containers. So put everything into the containers. The wine in amphorae, into the amphoras. The alphita, these are like barley groats. So, and the barley groats. Muilon andron. Muilon is the word for marrow. So it's the marrow of men. So in other words, that which puts marrow on men, perhaps. So the barley groats, which become the marrow of men, and place them in dermasin, dative plural from derma, skin. Pukinos has a range of meanings. Here it just has the sense of strong, well made. So in strong dermasin skins, used to store and carry things with. But I, now sul lexami, this is that leg root of cognate with select, meaning to gather. It's not the verb of speaking. There are two lek roots in Greek. So, so I will gather together about the land, hetirus, and I will do it quickly, ipsa. So comrades who are volunteers. It's from thelo or ethelo, to be willing. So I will gather together about the land willing comrades, or comrades who are volunteers. Acidineos poly. There are many ships in sea-girt Ithaca. This is that amphi plus the hal root of the sea. So Ithaca is an island, so it's surrounded by sea. Ships which are nei, new and old. Taon, of such ones, I myself, epi opsami, I will oversee, toy for you, whichever one is the best. And quickly, hoplisantes, F hoplisantes, having equipped them, so putting equipment on board, or having equipped them quickly. En asomen is from en hiami, it's the future, from en hiami, which means we will set them into, or set them upon. So having fitted them out quickly, this is the ships, we will send them on their way on the broad sea. So that's the end of his, well, it's Mentor's speech, but Mentor, of course, here is Athena in disguise. So, hos fat Athenae cure dios, Ud au etidein Telemachos paremninen, epe theou ecluen audein, be dimini prostoma philon tetie menos etor, huredara menesteras agenoras en megaroisin, aigas ani emenus sialus te hu ontas en aule, antinoos dithus galasas kie telemakoio en tarahoi fu kairi epos tefat ek tonomazde. And thus did Athena speak, the daughter of Zeus. Nor did Telemachos, this is another mimno, another form of meno. It's just the min is a shortened form of men, and then you get a reduplication. It's a reduplicated present form from the same root. And this is an imperfect here. So he didn't hang around. So Telemachos did not hang around further, Dane, for a long time, when he heard the Audain, the voice of the god, or perhaps the goddess. Theos can be used with both gods and goddesses. He went Iemini, infinitive from Aini Ibo, it's the I plus the Meni infinitive root, so he went to go to the house, he made to go to the house, perhaps we say he made his way to the house, and he was tetiamenos. This is a stock, perhaps almost fossilized expression here, grieving. It's originally a perfect passive, or a perfect middle participle perhaps. So grieving in his dear heart, and but he found Hure from Hurisco, the arrogant suitors, the haughty suitors, in the halls, and they were aniemenus. Well, he found that the suitors in the halls and their aniemenus. Well, it's not. This is from anhiemi. It's probably, which generally means to let loose, but apparently here it means skinning, taking the skins off the aigas, the goats. And they were huontas, they were, huo is to singe with fire, so they're singeing, they're burning, so singeing the sialus, the pigs, the suckling pigs, en aule, in the courtyard. But Antinous, laughing, or having laughed, from gelao, perhaps it could mean with a smile on his face. Now we get ithos, and ki is from kio, this is the imperfect, and ithos means to go up, so that together means to go up to Telemachos. So it's to make straight for, and it takes genitive. So Antinous, perhaps with a smile on his face, perhaps having laughed, he made for Telemachos, he went towards Telemachos. We get this very funny expression, which this line turns up many times in Homer. It's literally, he grew, and the N goes with the fuo, so he grew in with his hand to him, which is a fancy way of saying he took him by the hand. So he took him by the hand, and he spoke a word and called him by name. Telemach, and just to read this bit here, Telemach hoops agore, menos asceti me titoi allo en ste thesi kakon meleto, ergon te epos te. Alla moi esthiemen kai pinemen hos paros per. O Telemachos, you high speaker, perhaps you who speak far too highly. He's called him this before. So high-speaking Telemachos, askete, hold back from your menos, hold back your anger, restrain your anger, may, lest some other evil thing, both a deed and a word, might be a concern. So it's made with an imperative. So let there be. Let there be no evil word or deed. Let it not be a concern to you in your heart. So let me do that again, better there. So high speaking Telemachos, restrain your anger, lest some other evil word or deed, let it not be a concern. So it's not lest, sorry. Let not some other evil word or deed be a concern to you, and stay thesi in your breast. It's literally it. So it's an imperative from melee, that impersonal verb, and then we've got the may. So let no other evil thing, either deed or word, be a concern to you in your breast. But now the moi here is probably ethic dative, so you don't translate it. You can say please. And now we get these are infinitives. And Homer will use infinitives in place of imperatives. It's very common in Homer. So it's something like, but please, eat and drink, hos to paros, pair, as indeed before. So just as you did before. And the end of his speech, he says, Tauta de toi mala panta teleutesus in akaioi, nea kai exaitus eretas, hinathason hikei es pulon, egathein met agau patros akuein. But the Achaeans will bring to completion very much all of these things, a ship and exaitus, chosen oarsman, I should say, from eretes. This is connected with the word for an oar, so this is an oarsman, in order that hikei, this is the second person singular aorist subjunctive from hikamai or perhaps hikneamai. So in order that you might go thason more quickly into sandy Pylos, after akuein, a word about your in order to hear something. So after a word heard, or perhaps a what's the word here? After a some report of your noble father. After some news of your noble father. Now this is interesting ploy here, because we don't trust the suitors, and there's the implication here that the suitors will organise a ship for him, but it won't be very trustworthy, whereas we've heard before that Athena is going to organise the ship for him. So that's the next little part of Book 2.